Well, hello everybody. Bonjour. It's the Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor podcast. I'm El Hoopo. That's Max P. I just wanted to. It's been a while since we last chat. I just want to throw this out there that my grandfather died. He was like my pops, and he passed away about a week ago. Things are getting better every day, so we're back. But I just wanted to give a little shout out to my grandpa right now. That I love you. We miss you, and you were the pillar to the family. But we will continue your legacy, and we will continue to positively just send it to the rest of the world because you were the man. And there was evident. I want to give a shout out to Canadian Parliament that gave a shout out to him as well. They did a
Yes.
little dedication on CPAC during question period last on the December 12th. So I just want to give a big shout out to the Sault Ste. Marie representative that was there, Terry Sheen, I believe is his name, and that was a real G move what you did right there, and I really appreciate it, and the whole family appreciates that you did that, and it meant a lot. So if we could take just a second for my grandfather, rest in peace. I love you, and I hope to make you proud. Love you, Grandpa. Welcome back to the Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor podcast. And we don't have A Rod tonight. He's out. He's AWOL. I'm not sure what's going on, but it happens. It's close to the holidays. I'm El Hoopo. That's two O's P-O. And that right there, that's Max P. You better pay me. And we're back, and we got a lot to chat about. So let's get into it right now. Waste no more time. Max P, what's going on, man?
Chilling, brother, chilling.
Yes. We are back, and we are in the midst of the holidays. What is the date right now? It is December 15th.
We
And
have one more payday until you have to do your Christmas shopping. That is
yes,
how we all count the days.
and I
There
haven't
is
bought
one
one gift yet.
there is one more paycheck, y'all, until we have to do that Christmas shopping. If you haven't done it already, let's go. Let's go.
And speaking of let's go, Canada Post, let's go. Come on, Canada Post. I mean, I'm into it. You know, I run by the boys down on Eastern Ave down there where they're downtown Toronto. And I always say, get yours, guys, get yours, guys. And the other day when I was running down, I'm like, get yours, but come on, let's go. Come on, let's go,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
But
I'm a union guy, so I'm on their
I
side
know.
by
Me too,
by blood.
man.
But
Yeah,
damn, like
yeah.
y'all gotta. I mean, when we strike, we have worst case scenario plans.
Yeah,
Like it's not just
yeah.
like a forever strike. We have
Yeah.
a plan for worst case scenario,
Well,
and
I did
it's
read today that it is sounding like it may be resolved by next week, so early next week. So we will see what happens. I know the government stepped in and blah blah blah, but we will see. We will see. There's a lot of Santa gifts. There's a lot of gifts that need to be brought to those kids, and I don't want to. It is bad times, but
come on,
I'm
y'all.
with you. I'm with
Like
you, man.
business is business, but negotiating is part of the deal. Like that's part of the thing you're supposed to be doing, right? Like it's getting the
Yeah,
deal done.
yeah. And speaking of getting the deal done, man, okay, let's talk about the state of the Raptors. It's actually a good time to have a bit of a pause on just the constant goal. What happened last night with the Raptors? Well, they're playing tonight or they're playing tomorrow. There's a bit of a lull right now as with the holidays and with the NBA Cup going on. So the Raptors have
Mhm.
lost four in a row, Max. And since last time we chatted, I think they won the last time we had an episode, but it's just been a blur. But we're back. They've
Mhm.
lost four in a
Mhm.
row. What do you think?
Mhm.
What is your feeling right now? If we could pause right now, they're I believe 7-17 or something like that. What's your feeling? Like, where are you at with the Raps right now? Where are you at with these boys?
The Raps. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see. It seemed like we had a little jump start, little energy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and
Start of the
then
season.
yeah, and then it seemed like we kind of got knocked back down to earth a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and
Yeah.
now we're in no man's land. Now we're just sort of spinning in the wind. We could literally go in any direction. I would not be surprised. Um, but I do like our young pieces. As
Jacoby.
far
I'm
as
I'm really
as,
digging Jacoby. But yeah,
as far
go
as a
go.
cohesive team, it's not
Mm-hmm.
really coming together right now. I don't see what like I'm looking at the Rochester or whatever they call that thing, and I can't see an image.
Yeah,
But
I hear you,
I
man.
do like I do like what is the name of that test?
I
Where
know
like
what
they
you're
just
talking
show
about. Yeah.
that blob, they show you that blob, and you say, "What does this look like?"
Yeah, what's that? Speaking of which, you remember those things back in the day? This is showing my age, but the old '90s thing. Remember there was like a poster, and it was just like a bunch of stuff, and you put your nose right in the middle, and you walk away real slow,
Yeah,
and you
yeah, yeah,
cross your
yeah,
eyes. All of
yeah.
a sudden, like this unicorn would appear, or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
or a
yeah. I
wolf
remember
on the
those.
moon.
I remember
Yeah,
those.
that's the raptor thing, man. Like you get real close, you pull away. It's like there's just I don't see the picture yet. I'm with
Yes,
you.
yes. It's a
Yeah,
mess. But
it's
I
just
do like
purple.
our individual pieces though.
Yes, yes, yes. I agree.
I like the young boy Walters playing well. I like Rudy
Yeah.
G, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I like our 3-point shooter. Keep forgetting his name.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I got his picture right here. Yeah, what is his? My God, what the hell is his name? Grady Dick, but the other kid, this kid right here, I forget his
Oh, we
name.
got Battle, but then we also
Battle,
got the
yeah,
other 3-point shooter.
yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to A Rod. A Rod ain't feeling Battle.
Nah, he's not feeling
He
Battle
don't
at all.
believe you. You need more people.
Yeah, man. Speaking of need more people to help him off the court. Last time we spoke, Scotty was killing it, man. Scotty was like almost getting a triple double every game, and then he got hurt. He got hurt in the Knicks game and had to get helped off the court. You know, it looked bad. You know, I saw speaking of A Rod, I saw A Rod in the gym the next day. He goes to me, he goes. He just comes up to me, I take my earpod out. He's like, "Man, Scotty done for the season." I was like, "What?"
Oh,
He's like, "Nope, he's done for the season, man." I was like, "Oh man." So I checked it. It did look bad, but there's some news out today that Shams had apparently said that he was going to be out several weeks. But today the news is he's out of his walking boot already, and it sounds like he may be back before New Year's Eve. So that is really good news on the injury front for Scotty Barnes. Um, Speaking of Scotty, I just want to keep it there with Scotty. He was killing it, man. He was absolutely killing it. He was starting to look like he was having that fun again, that joy. But you know what you said is like find that picture. It feels kind of forced. When I was watching it, especially I had a bit of a weed pill from Kay's pot shop. Shout out to Kay's pot shop down here at Greenwood and Queen. It felt good, and I was really watching that game. I was really into that game. I forget which game it was, but that's what those little weed gummies do to you. So I was just watching it, and I'm like, there is a bit of force on that offense still. Like what A-Rod is always saying, it's kind of like they just sit back and watch, but hopefully in time that they'll find that gel and we'll be able to see that 3D picture emerge. What do you think? What do you think?
yeah. We're still just kind of like on the first date kind of vibes. We're still
I
not
like that. Yeah.
really real comfortable. Everything's kind of like a hesitant. Everybody's like a half a step, like with the hesitancy, but we're still doing nice things, you know. But
That's young too, right? That's
yeah,
young
definitely young,
stuff. Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
young. It's gonna be a minute, man. The East is getting better.
Yeah.
Um, we got some young pieces, but we didn't get better, you know.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, so we're hopefully we just don't fall into the Detroit Pistons zone. That's what
No.
we're dealing with right now. It's not really
Oh,
looking too sunny.
not.
We just got to make sure the landing is not too rough.
Yeah, and you know what? I think Darko's safe. I don't think he's gonna get fired. I think there's just too much circumstance behind this season so far. Like this is wild, man. Injuries. You got your number one point guard out. You got Scotty Barnes out. You got your entire squad. You know, it's just Darko. You need to give him a chance. You know what I mean? So, uh, we'll continue to see what happens here. All right, let's move on. So yeah, 4 L's in a row. Tomorrow is Chicago. So the Chicago Bulls
That's
are
what it
coming
is. It's
into
four
town.
L's in a row.
Yeah, man. Miami,
Yuck.
Knicks, Dallas, OKC. Last win they had was against Indiana. That it was 121, 111. And Scotty, speaking of which, 35, 6 and 9, 7 turnovers, but he looked good. He was having fun. So Chicago's in town. What they need to do, honestly, I think what they need to do, they need to go into this holiday just kind of feeling themselves a little bit. They need to, win or lose, you just need to come out of a game knowing, like, feeling good about yourself. Like, you can still
Hmm.
feel good about yourself with a loss if you just go out there and lay your balls out on the court. I've said it before and I've said it many
Yes.
times. Like, just go out there, play your goddamn hardest, sweat, go on the game plan that was given to you and just have some fun. And like you said, like you're a half step behind, try to be a half step ahead. Like think the game a little bit more instead of just like forcing it and feeling like you're behind. Like think the game, feel the game, and let the
Have
game
something to
come to
stand
you.
on.
That's it,
Let's
man.
let's pick something and let's
Yeah,
stand on it.
that's it.
Like sunshine, rain, sleet, snow. Let's
Mm.
just pick something and stand on it, and
Yeah, it
let it
doesn't
be
matter what
known.
shoes you have on, just stand on it, man.
Let's plant our flag. Let's go.
You're absolutely right, because a flag has not been planted in quite a
Mm-mm.
while. All right, I got a little idea here. So first of all, I just want to say this next episode is brought to you by Red Tape Brewery. For you that
Hey.
haven't heard about it yet, Red Tape Brewery is a local brewery on the east side here in Toronto, and they make any type of beer that you want. They will customize your can for your for your circumstance, for your party, for your whatever it is. They'll do it for you. You just gotta ask. So anybody that wants to go have a nice little ice cold beer at your choice, at your disposal, Red Tape Brewery, east side Toronto. Check them out, look them up. So that means this is another episode of this or
That
brought to you by Red Tape Brewery.
brewery.
Brewery. All right, so I had a little fun with this, man. So I wanted to jump in. I just wanted to have a laugh, man. And I was thinking, I was just racking my brain. I'm like, I really want to do a hold this, man. It's been a while. We haven't done the pod in a while. Circumstance. So I wanted to do a hold this. So I thought, man, I don't know why this popped in my head, but who would you trust more? This is my man. You know what I mean? Like, this is my guy. This is my ace. This is like these are three different situations where this is their ace. So you got OJ and AC. Okay, Al Cowlings. All right. AC was
Okay,
OJ's
yeah.
guy. Okay.
Okay,
So
yeah.
AC is gonna hold that for OJ, right? All right. So you
Yes,
got
yes.
AC. You got AC.
Taking it way back. Taking it way
Yeah,
back.
yep. Way back. Or you got Rudy Giuliani and Trump. So Rudy hasn't said a god. Rudy hasn't snitched at all. Rudy has stayed. He's lost everything. He hasn't said a goddamn thing about Trump. So Rudy stood pretty strong for his guy Trump. And then you got Bert and Ernie. So you got Bert and Ernie. So you got Ernie as Bert's, that's his guy, right? So who do you think will go down for everything for their guy? Is it AC? Who's the stronger? Who would you want to have as your guy out of these three? Rudy Giuliani or Ernie? Got
Wow,
AC,
this is a
Rudy,
wild,
or Ernie.
wild trio right here.
Who do you got?
I
It is
mean,
wild.
shout out to Bert and Ernie. I mean, I grew up watching what was that, Sesame Street?
Yeah, man.
And then when we got grown, they try to create some kind of narrative that I didn't see as a child, but
I
it
didn't
is
see
what it
that
is.
shit.
It is what it
ABC.
is. Shout out to Bert and Ernie.
10,
And
11, 12.
and then you had Giuliani, the guy who
Man.
wasn't he locking up mobsters before he was mayor?
Man, he
Yeah,
was the
he was
guy.
like,
He was king of America, man.
yeah.
They loved him down there, man. Like, he was locking up the mobsters. Yeah.
But he was around when 9/11 happened, and
Yeah.
everything about that situation was shady. So nope. And then
No.
next up is yes, OJ's
AC and
guy.
OJ, man.
We're going with
Al
OJ's
Cowlings.
guy because we still don't know what the hell happened over there, baby. And that's
No.
keeping your mouth shut right there. That's proper right there.
You see his
No
face right here in
Vlad
this
interviews.
picture? No.
No jumper.
No.
Nonsense. Just hey, we still don't know what happened.
We still don't know. That shit was
So,
on hard copy, man. Like, that's
yes.
so old.
So I'm going with OJ's guy.
You going to OJ's guy? Like, through and
Yes,
through, huh?
sir.
Yeah, I like your analysis of this. For me, Rudy G, like when you're right. Back in the day, those 9/11 days, like yeah, it was just wild.
Yeah.
Just absolutely wild. And Rudy
Wow.
G, like over time, is kind of like the whole mob thing, taking down the mob. I kind of like didn't really like that. And he just kind of like when the whole thing went down, when he was on TV and he was saying the voting and this and that, he was sweating. He was just looking crazy, right? And I mean, you say what you say, that's fine.
He's
But
been
it's like
through a lot, though. He's been through a lot.
He's been through a lot. I understand that, and I have to respect that he hasn't said a thing. Like, he hasn't snitched at all on his guy, right? So I have to give him that. Bert and Ernie, same thing. They put out that narrative. It's like they were trying to destroy a generation, man. When they put out that narrative about these two,
Like
no,
how?
come on, man.
Like
Yeah, like
how?
what? Come on, man. Like why? Because they, come on,
No,
like,
because there were those type of characters like Snagglepuss. You know what I
so
mean?
they, yes.
And like, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know why they try to remix the past, but it is what it
Nah.
is. It is what it
But I'm
is.
telling you, Bert and Ernie, like if this guy would put somebody, he would tie him to a cement block and put him over the bridge, man. For Bert, I know he would, man. I know he would. But I'm also gonna have to go with. It's so funny how you put it down for AC and OJ, man. It's the point that when we all saw it on TV, this scene when he was in the white Bronco, right? And he just had this
Yep.
look on his face, like, "Nah, I'm just going for a drive, man. This is no
Mm-hmm.
big deal." And he had
Solid.
every fucking helicopter in the world on top of him. He had like
Solid.
50
I
cop
got you,
cars.
OJ. I
I
got you.
got you. Just let
I
it
don't
go.
know
We're good.
what. I don't know what's gonna happen. We got
He just drove him like no
we
problem.
got the Navy SEALs after us. We got
The
we got
president's put out orders to get you, man. Like
it's wow. They stopped the game for this, man. I was watching the Knicks play the Houston Rockets,
they stopped
and
everything.
they stopped the game. I said, wait a minute, wait a minute. Why is the guy from the Hertz commercials stopping the NBA game?
He stopped the
I was
world,
too
man.
young. I was too young to know he was an actual like football Hall of Famer. I had no
Yeah.
clue. I thought he was just
Yeah.
a Hollywood dude.
Yeah, and it's crazy too. Like AC didn't. You said it so well. He didn't no interviews. He didn't like nothing, man. I didn't hear a
Nothing,
peep
man.
out of this guy, and still to this day, we don't know what
We
this was
don't know
all
what
about.
really went down.
Yeah, so AC man, all day. AC all day on that one. Oh, love that, man. I just wanted to bring up something wild here. So as I said off top at the top of the show, that my grandfather passed away. My Italian grandfather passed away, and it's funny because music always heals, right? Music always heals, and
Yes,
I made
yes, yes, for sure.
man always, and I made a playlist for my grand, like just short right away after I heard the news that he passed, and I was listening to music. So I was making a playlist, right? A bunch of good stuff on there, like Louis Armstrong, "What a Wonderful World." You know what I mean? Like just an absolute beautiful tune. Like we were talking to Youngbleed about this guy, remember? Just big tune, like stuff like that, man. Like my grandfather, he liked to listen to Andrea Bocelli. He liked to listen to Pavarotti. He loved all that shit. And Otis Redding. He
Yeah,
loved
yeah, man. That's good stuff right there.
he liked
That's
Bill Withers.
that's like heroin right to the vein right there, man.
Yeah, like Lean on Me, man. Like this type of shit. Right? Yeah, that's heroin, dude. Pure heroin, dude. But the song, this is the point of my whole story here, is that so I was making this playlist and I put on John Lennon Imagine, and like just love this tune random, right? Like I don't listen to the Beatles just to sit back and listen to the Beatles, right? So I put this on the playlist. I'm like, yeah, this song's hitting me hard, right? I went to the barber shop, and you got to understand that my barber shop is always playing, like, they're young too. They're in their 20s, the Filipino kids, and they're always listening to hip hop and R&B and this and that. Never anything off of that ever. I went in. My grandfather passed on a Sunday. I went in on Tuesday just to get cleaned up. And I swear to you, Max, I swear to every listener in there, I walked in, I sat down. This goddamn song was playing in the barbershop. That shit blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. I'm like, and I looked at my barber. I'm like, why are you playing this? He's like, I don't know. He just looked at me like, I don't know. I was like, man, that right there. We were talking in the red room.
Messing up the stream.
Yeah, I was just saying. We were saying at the top of this before we recorded that there's some wild things that happen in this world, man. And I took that as a sign right there that, even though if for all those that have lost somebody in this world, that they're always looking down on you, man. And you just gotta open your eyes. Open your ears, and there'll be signs everywhere you go. It's just you got to be open to it. So, God bless music, and God bless that situation that I saw that, man. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild. Yeah, right.
Very wild,
Crazy,
very wild.
crazy.
Shout out to Kanye West for the Donda album. He put that album a few years after he went through his tragedy, and it was perfect timing for me. So that album just hit, and it was just perfect.
Man, yeah. And
Music definitely gets you through those tough times for
right?
sure. The right music.
Yeah. The right music, man. And Andrea Bocelli. I don't know, for those, you've probably heard this on like movies and shit like that, but man, for those that don't listen to some like Pavarotti, like look up Andrea Bocelli, look up Pavarotti, and just sit back and let your brain soak that shit in, because I'll tell you something, man, like it's just beautiful music. It's just beautiful. Anyways, like you said, beautiful music. Let's end it at that, dude. Let's end it at that. All right, so that's this or that. So that was brought to you by Red Tape Brewery. I have one thing though. We're just all over the place with this episode, but we do have some El Mayo news. A little bit of El Mayo news is out here. So
shout out to Jimmy Funeral.
Hey, white wedding. Look at this gay. White wedding. Shout out James Wedding. So the El Mayo news is things have been quiet in the news, but I looked it up, and yeah, just a few days ago, disappearances. This is a BBC article. Disappearances have doubled in Sinaloa amid a Mexican cartel rift. So a number of people who have been reported missing in the violence-racked Mexican state of Sinaloa has doubled since two rival factions of drug cartels started a bloody battle for control of the organization. So what's going on right now is people are going missing, man. People are dying, and it was happening before, but it's gotten really bad in Sinaloa right now. So like they said, it's doubled. So yeah, it's getting rough. It's not slowing down.
It's unfortunate, but when people like that cooperate, it's going to be a cleansing like you've never seen before. It's going to be a wipeout like you've never seen before. Because who can you trust when Chapo's out here doing things like that?
You can't trust anybody. You can't.
So now it gets dangerous for everybody.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like Robert De Niro's character in Goodfellas when he started yapping all his homies after the robbery.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Out of straight paranoia.
Yeah.
Put Afro Man in the freezer. Oh, that broke my heart, man.
Oh,
man. Jimmy 2 times.
No.
Put him in the freezer.
Hey, let me get the papers.
Let me get the papers.
Dude, man, that's one of the greatest nicknames ever. He likes to say things twice. Let me get the papers.
Get the papers.
Man, I was around a bunch of those dudes, man, last weekend. Oh my god, that side of my family. Oof. Hey Ben, I haven't seen you in a while. I saw that podcast. Always fucking amazing. Oh man, it's so beautiful. Bunch of Jimmy 2 times in my family, man. Anyways, yeah. So that you're right. You're absolutely right, and you can't trust anybody. And you know it too. There's probably guys that are like, you know what, I'm done. I'm gonna get out of the game. And those guys, good luck trying to get out now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's scary times.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of there. But I just had to give your update on the Sportsitos Toronto Raptor podcast on El Mayo and what's going on in the cartel world. So, I want to go around the NBA right now. So, what has grabbed your attention since the last time we spoke?
Oh man, them drones in New Jersey, man, that stuff's crazy. But as far as this NBA stuff goes, I don't know. Let's see. I'm just messing with you, but LeBron went missing. There's a lot of mysteries. We got drones. We got LeBron missing.
Drones.
We got people disappearing in the south of the border. It's a lot of mysterious stuff going on right now.
The world is wild right now. You know, it's funny.
Trump and our premier are going back and forth, throwing threats at each other.
Doug Ford. Doug Ford doesn't play around though, right?
He's like, yo, fuck your tariffs. Doug, do not get us messed up out here, Doug.
He might. You know how Doug is, man. He's gonna go old school Etobicoke on him. He's just gonna. You never know, right? We'll see. We'll see. But I caught
LeBron missing though. Yeah, LeBron. Yeah. On a serious note, that's my biggest thing. Is like he quit on his team.
No, he's quit on basketball.
Hey, JJ Redick, where's LeBron? Don't know. When's he coming back? Don't know.
I
said, damn.
I said, damn. Yeah, man, I know. That's LeBron though for you, man. He loves to make it all about himself, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You know, it's another thing. I watched that Atlanta Bucks game the other day. Was that yesterday or the day? Whatever it was. This
Atlanta and
NBA.
the Knicks
No, Atlanta and the Bucks. I think it was yesterday or the
and the
day
Bucks.
before.
Okay, that was a good game
Yeah,
too.
yeah, in Vegas. But yeah, it was. But it was like I'm watching it. I'm like, this is bad basketball.
Oh
It just
well, yeah,
basketball wise.
it was a good game because me and Fame were watching it with the right perspective. We're looking at
Right.
a bunch of rich guys, and we
Yeah.
were saying, okay, who needs the check? And so we were watching. There's this one guy in Milwaukee, this young dude with an afro. I forget his name, Johnson or some Jackson. I
Uh,
think it's Jackson.
on Milwaukee,
On Milwaukee, a young
Jackson
guy.
Jr.
I
Yeah,
think it's
yeah.
Jackson. Yeah, and
Hmm,
he
hmm.
was. Everybody on Milwaukee seemed to be moving in slow motion except for this one kid. And me and Fame were just laughing our asses off because it was clear he needs to check. You know, like this is big money every game. These other guys got the
Yeah.
Corvette, the putting the Forgiatos on the new Range Rover just now. But this young kid's like, yo, I still gotta get folks off the hood. Still gotta,
Yeah.
still gotta situate myself. This could be nice for me. You can see it the way he was playing. So that
Yeah.
was hilarious. And then
That's
um,
so true.
OKC had a lot of guys that were playing hard.
Hmm,
Um,
hmm.
Houston was very unprofessional. I was disappointed in Houston. I thought it was going to be Houston and Atlanta in the cup.
Well, it's OKC and the Bucks in the cup, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, in
which
the
is
final.
it's a
Yeah.
sort of like that's going to be an NBA finals. Why do we need that in the NBA Cup?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why are you doing this? But
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see OKC in the final, man. OKC or Dallas in the final. Let's see
Ooh,
Shea get that, man. Yeah.
West Coast is going to be a problem, brother.
Oh, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Other than that, what did I read? What did I read? That kid on Atlanta, Dyson Daniels. He says, what did he say? He goes, he
Is
was
that the
talking
one that
about.
they call the Great Barrier Thief?
That's
There's a kid on
amazing.
Atlanta. He gets like 4 or 5 steals
Yeah, I think
every
it's him.
game.
Yeah, it's him. That's a great
Hmm.
name.
It's a great name.
He was talking about the Pelicans, and he's like, "Damn, man." He goes, "Oh man, that organization is cursed. I'm happy I'm not there anymore." He said, "That shit's cursed."
Speaking truth, brother.
Oh
Speaking
man.
truth. The voodoo lady and all that stereotypical type stuff is just sticking on New Orleans, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, yeah. So it's been kind of up and down, very quiet just because of the holidays, and there's a lot of days in between the games right now. So we just wanted to do a quick check-in, and Raps do play tomorrow. So next up, like I said, Chicago is in town, 7:30 p.m. Well, basically what I said, and I'll let you jump on this, but I just want to see them go out and play hard, win or lose. Just play hard. Like I keep preaching this. Just give us the material that we can sit here and watch and enjoy the game, win or lose. That we come back the next day and we say, man, that was fun to watch. But we slipped up
Aha.
here. We slipped up here. But man, that was fun
Yes.
to watch. You know
Fun
what I
to
mean?
watch.
I miss those games, man, where it was like, man, that was so much fun to watch. I've been watching too many games, whether it's the Raptors or not, that it's just they're not fun to watch. Um, you know,
Unfortunately, there gets a certain period at a Raptors game where it's like, all right, I'm out. And that
yeah,
sucks. And that sucks that you don't want to stick around, you know?
yeah. So I guess we're on the same vibe. If there's anything else, man, that you want to throw it on that, might as well just get out of here, and we'll speak on what happens up next. And A-Rod will come back, and I'm sure he's got a lot to say about Embiid and all that stuff, and
And coach.
and coach, yes, and coach. But on that note, man, let's get out of here, and we'll talk soon. And to everybody, if we don't talk to you, if you don't, and you take a little time off your podcast, enjoy your holidays, stay safe, and enjoy it with your family, enjoy your life, man, because you never know, things can change real quick. So enjoy your time, man. And on that note, bye bye. This was another episode of the Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor podcast, and we are your hosts. I'm El Hoopo, the HOOPO, and that right there, that's Max P. You better pay me. Hey, Rob, man, we'll see you next time. And and to you, the listener, thank you so much for staying with us and sticking with us and hitting subscribe. Every single time we seem to be getting some more subscribes. And I'm still looking for that SEO, search engine optimizer, if you want to jump on board. I have had a few that have reached out, but I don't know if it's a scam, so I'm not too sure. But on that note, bye-bye.